Welcome to St. Joseph, Missouri in Phil Welch Stadium. We have a cloudy, overcast day today, but we're still going to get some baseball in. We've had some rain, a little bit of drizzle throughout the day, but nothing the grounds crew hasn't been able to keep off the field. Tyler, today we're going to see the St. Joe Mustangs take on the Clarinda A Athletics. Clarinda Athletics. What can we see or what can we expect tonight from this matchup?
Well, first, the Mustangs obviously been hot. Last time you were here with us, we won our third game in a row, and the Mustangs on their road trip went 2-0. There was an absolute thriller in Carroll. It was an 11-inning game with a 2-run game-tying home run by Dom Felix, the catcher. And then yesterday's game against the Chillicothe Mudcats, we won 11-0. So a very good road trip for the Mustangs, and now coming back to Phil Welch with a packed crowd who we heard from multiple sources that the crowds at other stadiums are nowhere near what we get here at Phil Welch. So we have the hometown environment. That should be very exciting. And we have a pitcher making their Mustangs debut today as well.
Double play to save Landon Reese in the top half of the inning. Now he's trying to get on the Mustangs on the board, and he just might do that. And Schrack's going to test out Holiday's arm, and Holiday way overthrows his catcher.
In terms of the throw, as outfielders, the reason why we always try to throw one hops is because if we throw high, that ball's directly at the person you're trying to throw to. It looked like that time he was trying to throw directly at the catcher, be the hero, and that ball went way over his head.
This one fouled off, out of play, down by that beautiful Mustangs bouncy house.
I don't know if you saw the broadcast, but just a terrible read by that fan right there. He went in, all of a sudden that ball came back. I wouldn't always say first step is back, but you never want to go in on a ball and take a banana route. So that ball definitely should have been reeled in by that fan. And I'm thoroughly disappointed that it wasn't.
Good breakdown from Tyler. Sometimes those ones can be tough to read, especially when you're not seeing them every day.
In California, which is no big deal. We practice.
Gets the bunt down is Schmidt. We've seen it multiple times. This throw is thrown way high, and this could be a run. It won't be, but that's second and third. That's the third bunt we've seen already on the year from Schmidt.
It's still a team game, but Sturgeon definitely can be a little selfish there and say, I really shouldn't have been the one who's been put in this jam. Now, the error he had there, he does no one really to blame but himself. Because I don't think Yao Ming on top of Shaq's shoulders was catching that one, but...
Yao Ming on top of Shaq's shoulders. That's the first time I've ever heard that expression.
It's trademarked. It's Mundo.
This one should do the job. It's going to be camped under by Holiday, but the run scores. So that's Glick coming in to score for the Mustangs. The RBI will go to Darius Freeman due to the sac fly. Mustangs lead at 4-1. Accidental break early on the sac fly, or whatever you want to call it, with the stolen base. And now this one looks like it could get down. And it does, as that's going to be a 2-out RBI single for Carson Schrack. 2 RBIs. Man, that's got to feel good. A little bloop single brings in 2. Mustangs now on top 6-1. And
right.
Just
the speed boost, you got the contact boost when you got the shin guard, elbow guard. It gives you better plate vision. And can't forget the cleats.
Ooh, that was almost really bad. Curry gets the strikeout, but Hepburn almost sailed like a fastball right into Curry's head.
But when you're up 4, there's, like you said, there's not much stress. You just feel like you have control of this game.
Oh, got a hold of that one, and it drops in due to a slippage out there and left.
That's why baseball is an unfair game. Guy absolutely gets sniped in the outfield, and it's considered a double, but then a shortstop can make a diving play on a ball he has no chance in, and then come up and make a bad throw, and that's considered an error. That's why a big argument in MLB is how much does fielding percentage matter? Some of the best fielders like Anderson Simmons may not have the highest fielding percentage.
As this one's bunted to Cabrera, who will throw to first for an easy first out, but that will do the job. Schmidt.
In the field, there's a stat called outs above average, which takes how many outs a fielder makes as opposed to the average player of that position during the year. It doesn't take into account fielding percentage, is how many outs you make. But when guys can cover more ground in the infield, there's potential for them to make more errors. So that's why fielding percentage may not be the most effective stat
Freeman's going to do exactly what he did in his last at-bat, and that's all the Mustangs need. Coming up with guys in scoring position and doing your job, that's Darius Freeman tonight. So his second sack fly in as many at-bats makes it 7-2 Mustangs.
Whole game spitting out the pitch.
Like, they have so many stats now: exit velocity, launch angle, approach
That
angle.
one had a high exit velocity, but it's going to be hit a little too high to do too much damage. But the Athletics will get a run. Both runners tag up safely. Drake Cobb does his job. 7-3 is the score now after the Athletics get one thanks to the Cobb sacrifice fly. Welcome back to Phil Welch Stadium. It's really starting to come down now. As you look up into the lights, you can see the rainfall. The wind's also now blowing a little bit more than it was at the start of the game. It's blowing out to dead center. What you're looking at now is the sign of the fans leaving the game as they saw lightning. And in the 8th inning of the Mustangs game, they decided this far into the game, up 7-3, that's going to be the ball game. So the Mustangs win it 7-3 here. A bit of an abrupt ending, but still a really, really well-played game from St. Joe. The Athletics let it get a little out of hand early and were never able to truly bounce back.